Tonight, a local nonprofit is mourning the loss of one of its leaders, founder Reverend Dr. Nelson Johnson, a Greensboro community leader also known as a civil rights activist who led the march targeted in the Greensboro massacre.
Fox 8's Celeste Smith joins us now here in the studio. So Celeste, how does this organization want him remembered?
The Beloved Community Center wants Reverend Johnson remembered for his impact in the decades he spent fighting for justice and equality.
I think everyone that's been touched by Reverend Johnson is in pain. I think we all recognize the tremendous loss to the community. He was like a beacon of light and hope.
Reverend Dr. Nelson Johnson dedicated his life to fighting for social and economic justice, community empowerment, and racial reconciliation. He was the founding pastor of Faith Community Church and co-founder of the Beloved Community Center in Greensboro. The executive director of the Beloved Community Center, Bridget Raspberry, reflects on his impact.
He was a force, really. One of the things that I like most about him is his humility and his care, his genuine care and concern for other people.
In his pursuit of equality, he played a pivotal role in the civil rights movement.
The purpose of this march is to
leading a 1974 labor and civil rights march that ended in tragedy. Johnson and several others in the Workers' Viewpoint organization faced the Ku Klux Klan and other members of the American Nazi Party, an event now known as the Greensboro Massacre.
One of the things that I remember when I first came here, and he was saying to me that, you know, I almost don't want to tell people about the Greensboro Massacre and the part that I played in that. He said, because people then see me as not human, as superhuman, or someone that is that has something that they themselves can't touch or possess. And he said, you know, I'm just an ordinary person. Anybody can at any time step up and do something that's courageous and bold.
Reverend Johnson's vision extended far beyond Greensboro. Just last year, the nonprofit made his dream of a statewide march for unity and justice become a reality.
We started last year, September 20th, and marched from Cullowhee in western North Carolina to Wilmington over a 10-day period. And we stopped each day in a different community and had rallies and marches to really lift up people power.
His legacy will live on through the work being done by the Beloved Community Center and through the countless lives he touched.
Being willing to roll up your sleeves and do the work, the hard work. That's what he did each and every day until the very end, right? Reverend Johnson, if he were here now, he would still be saying, you know, we need to reach out.
Leading up to his death, Reverend Johnson was still very involved with the Beloved Community Center along with his wife. Johnson died at the age of 81 years old. The Beloved Community Center has established the Nelson N. Johnson Legacy Fund in his name.
All right, Celeste, thank you.